Dear children, this is the 6th video of 8 videos which discusses the separation techniques of mixtures. In this video, hope to discuss the last separation technique, that is chromatography method. Chromatography technique is a special technique that can be used to separate different components in a mixture. It is commonly used to separate constituents from organic compounds. The important requirement is we should not take the highly volatile compounds for this method. Here, when you look at the definition, it is a method by which a mixture is separated by distributing its components between two phases. The stationary phase remains fixed in place while the mobile phase carries the components of the mixture through the medium being used. Now, when you go through the video, you will get an idea about what is this stationary phase and the mobile phase. There are 4 types of chromatography: the liquid chromatography, gas chromatography, thin layer chromatography and paper chromatography. Thin layer chromatography and paper chromatography, with compared to these two, are simple. Of these two, paper chromatography is the most simplest one. For your syllabus, we have to discuss only the paper chromatography, but whatever the chromatography method, the principle behind it is similar to each of them. So, as mentioned in the previous slide, there are 2 phases: stationary phase and a mobile phase. Here, the stationary phase is not moving, that means it is still. What is this still phase? Is the paper, chromatography paper or a high quality filter paper we can take. Mobile phase is the solution, that extracted solution, or the extract or the solution which we wanted to separate. Here the solvent particles move in a different speed through the stationary phase. This upward movement depends on the force of attraction towards the constituents of the mixture by the stationary phase. Because of this, when there is high attraction, you can understand the speed of the particles will reduce. So therefore, they cannot go further on this paper. When there is less attraction, the solvent particles can move in a high speed. So then those particles will remain in the upper part of the paper. For your understanding, it is given an activity in your textbook, page 63. To do this practical, you have to take an extract of spinach leaves and filter it and get a small liquid sample. Then what you should do is you have to prepare a stationary phase. Here, take the filter paper and prepare a piece like this way. The 2.5 centimeter width and the length depend on the boiling point that you take. So then you have to put a pencil line here, somewhat closer to the back end, and put a drop from the solvent here, extract here. What is spinach extract? Put a drop. So then you have to hang this filter paper piece or the stationary phase in this boiling tube as this way, and letting the lower edge touches the mixture here, solution here. Here you have to use acetone or kerosene oil, like solvent you can use. Then you have to keep it for a while. Then later on you will observe different color bands like this way. Different greenery shades in this way. So what we can say from this, actually the spinach leaf extract is green in color, that means contain chlorophyll. Within that means if this chlorophyll contains different other pigments. So by using this chromatography method, we can separate this chlorophyll mixture into its components. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, likewise we can identify them by checking the height of the band. Where we can use this chromatography method to identify dissolved medicines in blood plasma and other constituents, to identify different chemicals dissolved in plant extracts, to analyze the constituents in the crude oil, to identify the different food adulterates and the use of prohibited dyes or colorings in the food, to identify dissolved poisons in water. Now you came to the end of the video. A special thank for Mr. G.T. Subasinghe, and thank you for watching. You hope you gained some knowledge about the separation techniques.